Yeah.
You're good? You filming? Do you think it fits the genre of drum and bass / grime?
Absolutely. Well, I think the associations of drum and bass and the whole, can I say, gang culture element to the entire genre fits perfectly well. The visuals represent quite, well, there's such a verisimilitude in there that the visuals support the music in a sense.
Yeah. Nice. Would the video entice you to buy the music if you was into it?
I think it definitely would, because, as I say, there is a sense of synergy in there. All these different elements, the music, the visuals, and the thought beats, which are very wonderfully included in there, promote the bass music, the bass purpose very, very well indeed. Yeah.
Good. Were the costumes appropriate for the genre, and if so, why do you think that?
Absolutely. As I said, with the idea of gang culture and you know, the idea of hoodies and excuse me. Yeah, the way in which that tends to work and is depicted in many other films, television, other music videos, it suits it, and yeah.
Did you identify any themes, and if so, what were they?
Themes. I think the theme of there's a motivational element to the whole video. This idea of fighting back against adversity through becoming the best, becoming better than one is before, which is quite a universal theme and quite. I think it taps into people's emotions, people's emotional connections very well.
Yeah. Did it remind you of any other artists?
You see, I'm not very well versed in the genre, so I suppose I'm not the right person to ask for that. But it did. I can say very generally, when I think of that kind of drum and bass music with that kind of atmosphere, it does remind me of things I've seen. I can't give you an artist's name, unfortunately.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Do you think the piece of editing matched the music?
Absolutely, as I said, with the thought beats, and they're very subtle, which I think is key to the success of drum and bass music and that type of video. Slight cuts, for example, I noticed when the guy's on the ground and you've got the other one running away, it kind of repeats itself very, very briefly, but there's a kind of reinforcement within that. It helps, it works with the beat of the music, and it works with the,
Did the mise-en-scène portray the artist in a certain way?
Absolutely. I think the quite bland nature, really, of the entire surroundings, the quite kind of formulated look of the houses, they're not particularly impressive, they're quite dull in a sense. It reinforces this kind of ghetto atmosphere, this kind of thug atmosphere. The way you coloured the video took away much of the bright colours, and it made it interesting in that kind of way.
Yeah. What was your favourite part of the video, whether that be editing or scene?
I think it is the editing for me, because I think it fits so well. I mean, the pacing, especially of the editing, how it starts off quite slow, it reinforces the music, and then as it ramps up later on, you get this pattern to it that works throughout.
And finally, if you were to make any improvements, what would they be?
It's very difficult. I think all I'd do, and this is not a criticism at all, because I think it works as it is, but I'd just have a look at the thought beats again, and I might make it be rhythmed a bit more throughout. But I think that's really only a tiny nitpick, and it's perfect as it is.
Thank you, and
thank you very much.
that's a wrap.